Hello, welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. My name is Laura, and today we are making a rose scented soap, and we will be cutting the fairy soap from the last line. Hello, Ian, welcome. Oh, your internet's not behaving today. Okay, no worries. I know how that is. Okay, so first I'm just going to get this set up. But you can hear me. That's excellent because, as you know, my sound does not always like to cooperate, so I'll have to get that looked into at some point. I definitely need to purchase another computer soon. Okay. So far, this is how the soap looks. We've got the 2 shades of green. It came out kind of cool. This soap is, or this fragrance is supposed to discolor the soap to a light tan. And so far, I don't really see that. But a lot of soaps that or a lot of fragrances that discolor don't discolor right away. They discolor slowly over time. So that's why a lot of times soaps will have brown spots or like they'll be browning around the edges, or they'll start to slowly um, turn like a tan or a brown color. Usually that's either the fragrance or just a natural aging of the soap. So it's totally fine if if you have a soap that's got dark spots or dark like dark areas on it, or if it's turning dark, it's probably just the natural aging of the soap. Let's see what you're saying here. You want me to wait until more people show up because I'll miss the dramatic cutting of the soap? I know, right? Quick, let's do it while they're not looking. Just kidding. All right. I try to get this somewhat centered. I'm probably going to end up with, let's see here. Hi, Lorna, welcome. Yes, happy Valentine's Day, or as I sometimes call it, Singles Awareness Day. It's good to be able to have fun with the holiday. Hopefully you guys are all having a good time. Let's see. I'm just going to check this. I'm not going to cut it yet. Just going to... Okay, it looks like this will miss cutting the fairies in half for the most part. Maybe a little more this way. Yep. Okay, that looks good. All right. Just giving it a couple more minutes for everyone else to arrive. I don't want to wait too long because I do have the floral soap to make, and we're going to be putting a lot of little tiny things on top, and that will take quite a while. Also, I wanted to show you, I guess I can show you this now if I can pull it out here. I took one of the little extra butterflies that we had left over and pressed some of the gold mica into the top, and it came out really cute. So I'm just going to grab that. Should just be a minute here. You're going to cut the butterflies enough? Yeah, that's kind of the risk you take with this sort of thing. Okay, so see how I took the purple butterfly and I just dusted it with some of that gold mica? It kind of helps the details show up a little bit better. I don't know if the camera's going to focus or not on that, but it looks really cool. So we can take other colors of mica and just dust it and give it a really cool effect. Yeah, it looks really cool. You can also technically dust them before, dust it with mica before the soap sets up, but sometimes it gets gummy and you get uneven covering. All right. I'm only going to wait another minute or two because I know that a lot of the crew is still over on Felicia's channel watching her live. So more than likely we're not going to have a bunch of people show up until later. And and that's totally fine. So I'm just going to give them like another minute or so, and then if they end up staying over there for now, that's totally fine because they'll come back when we're making the other soap, and then I could show them the cut of the fairies. And I also should have inside here the little fireflies, so hopefully those come out correct. Oh, let's just wait a few more minutes or a few more seconds. Yeah, Felicia. It's she's got the channel The Crafting Nook, and she does a lot of resin art stuff like that. It's really cool. She does monograms. Um, she has a lot of cool stuff over there. She has a really good community, and her channel is pretty fun to watch also. All right, let's go ahead and cut these into bars, and then we'll come back and we can show everybody how it looks once they're over here. So I'm gonna go slowly. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we'll start with this one. Here's the one in the middle that has little butterfly pieces and then the little fairy. I like it because it almost looks like little like mosaic tiles or something, but they're like three-dimensional. And those are the fireflies in the soap. So I think that came out pretty cute. And there's that. Let me just set them on the side here. And then we'll get this one out. So here we got the blue fairy, the little butterflies, and cute little fireflies in the soap. And there's this one. We got the marbled purple fairy with the butterfly and the pink butterfly. And then the fireflies on the side here also. So that came out really cool looking. Hi, Patty. Welcome. Yeah, so these came out pretty cute. And then, of course, we got the little side trimmings to cut into samples. And they've got the fireflies going all the way through them, which is cool. And then some of the tiles on top. So I'm just going to clean this off real quick so that we can put it away and get started on the soap. Oops. Caught the cloth on the wire by accident. Okay. There we go. I'll set this aside. Yeah, I don't do the taste test, I don't like to eat in front of people, so I figure if you're going to do a taste test, I'll leave that for the mukbangers. I'm sure they'd be happy to do that live on their channel. And for anybody who doesn't know me well enough yet, that's complete sarcasm. Please don't eat the soap. Okay. Let me move this aside. All the little crumbs. Get those out of the way. Okay. All right. So there's that. We'll move these. And what we can do, let's go ahead and add some gold to these. And that will help them, the little design, stand out a little bit better. So first what I do is I get some rubbing alcohol and just mist it on there. I wait about a second or two, put some of this gold on here, and then just lightly tap wherever I want the gold to show. And I might have to spray this a couple of times, but hopefully you can see like her little dress coming through. There we go. Look at her wings on that side. And then I just use this to like wipe off the excess mica so that it doesn't get built up too much. Get this wing here on the side. All right, there we go. So we got that cute little fairy. I'll do the next one. Whoops. Got too much mica on there. That's okay. Once this dries, I can wipe it off. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see where the fairy. Here, I'll show you the first one. You see how it's upside down. See how it's starting to define the features of the fairy a little bit. And then we'll get this purple one. The soap is really soft still. Giving it a second. It evaporates pretty quick, but if I put it on too soon, it'll kind of get gummy. If I wait too long, of course, it'll be too dry to pick it up. So, yeah, that looks better. I see. She's got like the little dress. So why don't we go ahead and do the butterflies as well? Might as well, I guess. Just do a little bit. Let's line this up. We'll quickly just sort of spray everything and just do a light dusting. And I have to be careful to like pat it, because if you go like this and slide it, it'll pick up some of the soap as well and just kind of it'll come out a little bit muddy looking. Oh, thank you, Ian. It's just finger painting, I guess, with mica. And what I like about the micas is they're really, really pigmented. So it really shows up, even like this light color against a dark background. You can see it very clearly. So it gives a very good contrast and looks really nice. And these micas, this gold is the Maya gold from Nurture Soap, and I have a link down below if you want to look into getting some. You can use it for art projects, for soap. Some of the colors, read the description. Some of them are safe for like bath bombs or, other beauty products. You can add certain colors to lip balms. Let's see here. But they have a really good selection. They also have glitter as well as some biodegradable glitters. And I use their biodegradable glitter from them as well as the biodegradables from Mad Micas. Okay. All right, so here they are up close. You can kind of see how the details show up a little bit better now. I think it needed something, and I think that's enough to where it gives it a little bit of dimension without going overboard. And I like how it's kind of simple rather than like painting in every little detail, because I think these little fairies would have to be like when we molded them with the soap, they would have had to come out pretty close to perfect for them to be painted and have it look good. So plus the problem with painting them is the paint tends to come off real easy, and I would be paranoid the whole time that I'd wrap them up and ship them and the paint would get scuffed or something. So this won't matter because it has a more, I don't know how to describe it, not natural, but it's not super duper perfect. So it's almost like a patina, I guess is what I'm going for, like a patina. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set these up in the curing rack. All right, so the next thing is this Maiden Rose fragrance that I've been wanting to try. It smells really good. I meant to pull up the scent description and I forgot, so let me do that for you, because I am definitely not the best person for describing what a fragrance smells like. So let me just grab that real quick. Just take a second here. Everybody had a good weekend. Okay, so it says, so this is the Maiden Rose from Nurture Soap. And to me it smells like a rose, but like clean and a little bit sparkly. It has some other notes in there that I can't place. The way to describe it is a damask rose fragrance with bergamot, vetiver, ambret seeds. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correct. Tonka bean and iris root. let's see here. They call it a sweet and spicy scent. Let's see here. It's a more, they call it like a more sophisticated rose. So, um, yeah, I can definitely see that. Let me just smell it one more time. Yeah, and I can pick out um that damask rose. That's definitely what hits you first, and then those other like fragrances and spices kind of come after. It smells really good. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and the first thing we should do is mix the micas and oils because we're going to do a solid color soap because the top is going to have a lot on the design, and I don't want it to like conflict with the soap itself. So go ahead and pull this off here. And the color I want to use is actually going to be from Mad Micas. It is called Here Comes the Bride. And it's a very I wanted a white, but I didn't want just plain white. So this it just looks white probably on camera, but it has a little bit of like a, it's almost like pearls or something. It has a very pearlescent look to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it straight in the oil so this is gonna be a solid color soap. And I don't want this to be necessarily like a super stark white. So not going to add too much, but I'm going to mix it with the oils to make sure it completely dissolves, and then we'll add the what is this, lye water. We'll add that, and then we'll put it in the mold, and then do the decorations, and of course add the fragrance. So we'll get started with that. Just going to check chat real quick. Okay, everything looks good so far. All right. Okay, so there. All right, so this might be a little bit loud, so watch your ears. Okay, so the camera might be picking this up, but it makes the oils have this really pretty pearly look to it. You see that? I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but I'm trying to get that air bubbles out of the stick blender. There we go. So this is nicely mixed in. I'll go ahead and add the live water next, and we'll put the fragrance in last because I'm guessing it's gonna set up pretty quick, even though it says that there's no acceleration. Like I always say in my experience, florals tend to set up pretty quick. So get the air bubbles out. Okay. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh, the water. I put quite a bit of water in here. Like when I mix my light water, I went a tiny bit above what I normally do, and that's completely fine. Um, I wanted this to hopefully have some glycerin rivers because the glycerin rivers give the soap a really cool effect. It looks like marble, or like little rivers going through the soap bars. So if we're lucky, we'll get some. If not, totally fine also. I'm fine either way with that, but I like to encourage them. All right. Whoops. Gotta keep these air bubbles out. Hold on. It's really noisy. There we go. Okay, this is thickening up nicely. So we'll do. Oh, this smells so good. Okay, so I really like rose fragrances, especially the this particular rose, the damask rose. I think it smells really, really good. There are a couple of fragrances though that kind of irritate my sinuses a little bit. Bergamot's one of them, which is in here, but it doesn't seem to be like enough to really bother me. When the bergamot is like a really like, if a scent is very bergamot forward, then it can cause my sinuses to burn a little bit. And I don't know why. But yeah, so other citruses don't bother me, so I don't understand why bergamot would. But anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and pour this in. I'm gonna go hopefully right to the top. Okay, level this out. Okay, good enough. And then we will make. Oh, we forgot to do the little sidebar, and I forgot to put my mask on. Oh well. I emerged unscathed. All right, so here's our little sidebar that we made. Doop-a-doo. Let's pop that out. All right, and there you go. You can see those cool swirls in the bottom. And there's the butterflies and the fairies. We can dust the tops of those when we're done with everything else. So, all right, we'll pour this into here. All righty. Make sure you guys can see what's going on. Okay. I think I adjusted the camera enough to where you can see what I'm doing. So hopefully this won't go off screen like it did last time. I apologize for that. Okay, there we are. All right. Okay. So that's nice and level. So that perfectly filled both molds. So that's ideal. And we'll start with this, obviously. Let's put this one off to the side. Okay, so now move all this stuff out of the way. Okay, I want to do this without spilling. So I've got this. And then I've got these little leaves. I'll put this here off to the side. Okay, and then I got these flowers, and this paper is the same one that I rolled out the soap dough on. So it's got a bunch of soap dough. There we go. All right, so we got these little flowers, and I thought it'd be cute to have a little design of the flowers like going across the soaps. I've made some of these pink ones here, and then these pink and red and white kind of marbled ones, and then some red ones. So, and then I've got two different types of flowers. Okay, my soap is, I mean, not my soap, I'm sorry, my chat is giving me errors. If you guys are typing, I'm getting an error saying there was something wrong with chat, so I apologize if I'm not ignoring you. I told it to retry, so we'll see what happens. All right, so let's start with these little flowers. These ones, I bought this for this reason. These little flowers here have like multiple little petals. We'll start here with this one. And then the other ones have like, they're larger, slightly larger flowers with fewer petals. So I want to separate them out and start with these little, I don't know, they're supposed to be daisies or something, but they're cute. So we'll put these on. I'm just going to kind of go up, like I said, at an angle. And we will slowly, hopefully get through all of these things. I should probably get my chopstick. Hold on. Oops, I got soap batter on my finger. Okay. All right. And this way, every bar will get flowers on it. Whoops. Okay, that was not what I meant to do. Let's pull that out. We'll set that aside. I'm going to clean it off. I don't want the soap batter sitting on top of it just because it'll make it harder to see the little flower design. Okay, there we go. That's better. And this is set up to like custard consistency pretty quick. So to be fair though, my oils were a little bit warmer than I normally soap at. So that's probably contributing to all this. Let me get my chopstick before these things get out of hand. All right. Apparently, my other chopstick is missing, so we'll have to use this one. This is the +1 chopstick of floral arrangement. And all right, let's put these other flowers on, these little red ones. All right. Let's see, we'll put one. Let's start here. Oh, of course, it flips upside down. That might not matter. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Let's put the red one. There we go. And I made more than I needed because I wasn't sure how many I wanted to put on here, but also because, um, uh, whenever you make them, there might be a couple that kind of come out kind of wonky, and it's better just to use something else when that happens. So I always have extras. Have to hold my breath whenever I do this. Okay. Just putting the next flower on. There we go. All right, so we get, let's see, put a couple more red ones on the ends. So one here. Yeah, let's put it here. And then another one down here. All right. And then we got the little pink ones, the same design as those red ones, but these ones are pink. We'll put one here. And these are the marbled flowers. Whoops. There we go. All right. Put another one here. Some of these flowers, of course, are going to get cut when we cut the soap, but that's fine because there's a whole bunch. Okay. Put a couple more. Put one here. And let's see. Let's put one next to this one. The same together. There we go. All right, so that, I think we'll leave it at that for the flowers. And then I've got these leaves that I made. Little tiny leaves. And really what I need is some tweezers, but I don't have those. So we are going to do our best. When I was trying to decide what to put on here, I wanted the flowers, of course, but I felt like it would need something, like some other color. And I thought of maybe like some yellow flowers or something, but I think the green is going to make the most sense because we've got these little flowers here, and and I was concerned that the yellow would not stand out too much against the soap, the main part of the soap. Okay, let's switch this over here. There we go. Just see what you guys are saying real quick. Thank you, Lorna. I'm glad you like them. This really does smell good. I want to make my own like rose fragrance. Rose by itself, a lot of times is just like I like the fragrance of just plain rose, but if I was to wear it, sometimes I want it to have a little bit more depth than just straight rose. But a lot of the rose fragrances I've looked into, um, like as perfumes or whatever, a lot of them have carnation or something else that I'm really sensitive to, and so I can't wear them. So I'm thinking of just making my own. I would need to get the oils, the special oils and stuff for it though. And rose is unfortunately one of the more expensive ones. But I might do like a small, very small batch as like a test and just see how I like it. Okay. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying not to get in the way of the camera. There we go. Gonna get that soap batter off the top there. There we go. I wanted this to look like a little path of flowers going across. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. This is taking a lot of focus because I can't really see through my fingers and I don't have tweezers, so a lot of these leaves end up facing a different direction than I intended, and I don't really have a way to fix it, so trying real hard not to mess it up. There we go. I'm going to turn it. Sometimes when I'm doing a design of something and I think, oh, okay, this is good enough. If I turn the design upside down or turn it at like another angle, it's like looking at it with fresh eyes, and I can spot things that I missed, like this little section right here. And I want to do a little bit more around these edges here. And these are basically these little leaves. I thought I had a leaf cutter, like a little leaf cutout thing. I don't. I had a stamp, but the stamp wouldn't, like I can stamp the side of the soap, but it wasn't one that would cut the soap dough. So these are actually little hearts that I made out of green soap dough. And then I just cut the hearts in half. And that's how I got the little leaf shape. So I guess I have to add a leaf like cutout thing to my list of things to get. I'm going to get the little footprint one. And then there's a couple I had on my list. The footprint one, and then there were a couple designs people asked for. So I'll probably do those. Get the stamps or cutouts for those. And then I do have some leaf like cutters, but they make large leaves and not like small ones like this. So it's going to have to be a little tiny leaf cutout. Okay, well, let's see. Let's turn it. I'm also thinking, because the soap is going to get cut, probably this way. I want to make sure all the bars get a lot of little pieces in them. Okay, so this one needs one here. Okay. And then the other thing I wanted to add to the soap was, as I say, if you think it's missing something, add glitter. So I don't really think this is necessarily missing anything, but if you've ever seen, like, especially roses, they always photograph them this way, but flowers or plants in general, if you have a garden, if you go out early in the morning, sometimes there's like dew on the flowers, and it's just like a little tiny, like a little dewdrops, and it's really, really pretty. So I wanted to kind of simulate that with some of this biodegradable glitter. This is called Spellbound by Mad Micas. And it has a very pretty, I guess, two-tone, what do you call it, like effect. So there we go. I don't want too much. I don't want this to be like overdone, but I thought a little bit would be pretty. So there's a little bit. And let me blow off any extra. There we go. Okay, so you can see like where the soap was still wet, it stuck, the glitter stuck to the soap. Whoops, I'll try not to get too close. But in between, you can see little dewdrops, and that's kind of what I wanted. So hopefully that's super cute and not overdone. Let's See what you guys think. Yeah, my chat is definitely not working. Let me scroll up and see you guys. What is going on with my chat? Oh, well, I cannot. It looks awesome. Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah, it looks like my chat is just lagging behind for some reason. It might be my internet, but that's okay. All right, so that's it for this. And then what we'll do is we will also put the little flowers on this sample, or not sample bar, but this single bar. And I will just put some little flowers. Maybe like a little daisy chain going around the side or something. Okay. Press these into the soap. There we go. And let's try one of these red ones. Pink one. And let's put a couple more of these. Oh, and I had some little teeny tiny flowers, but they didn't turn out quite like I was hoping. They're a little bit too, it's hard to tell what they are, but I think on this bar it'll look cute because because the bar is so small. There we go. I think it'll kind of make more sense to put it on here. All right, let's put them like baby's breath or something. The nice thing is the white, since the soap is kind of a creamy white instead of a stark white, the white in these flowers shows up against it, which is good. Okay, there we go. That's kind of cute. Okay, so let's put some leaves on that. Oh, here's one. There we go. Let's see. Let's put one here. Oops. This soap is just firm enough that the little pieces aren't going to make a dent until I push them in, so that's good. There we go. Put another leaf here. Let's put one, there's kind of a void here. Let's put one in here. I'm going to have these leaves kind of go all the same direction since it's just one bar. There we go. I've got two more leaves I think we can place. You have two. Let's put one here. And then I'm going to put one more kind of going up the side here. I think it'd be cute to have more and kind of continue it around, but I think that's all of them. Yep, okay. So we got some flowers on this and leaves as well. Oh yeah, and the glitter. Just put a tiny bit on here. Let's take a little bit. And just like before, we'll just kind of dust it on. And maybe what we can do, since we don't have leaves to keep going, we'll put the glitter kind of continuing up this side a little bit. Like it's being blown by the wind or something. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move this first of all so the glitter doesn't get blown onto it. Blow the glitter off of this here. There we go. That's pretty cute. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to get the light to pick it up, but the glitter kind of extends off this side. There's a little crumb from the soap dough sitting here. I'm gonna see if I can. There we go. Okay, got it. Perfect. All right, so that came out super cute. I'm glad that one turned out nice. All right, so now we got this little guy to finish real quick. We'll spray it with alcohol, and we will put the gold. The gold will show up really nice against the purple, as it usually does. There we go. Okay, so there's that. There might be still enough on here. Yeah. Looks like it's sticking to the butterfly, so that's good. Okay. This is gumming up a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay. So now we've got those pieces highlighted. Oops, there's the fairy and little butterflies. So that's done. So I'm going to put these on the shelf to cure. My chat is working. You're arguing with Wally World, didn't get your order. Yeah, you know, sometimes when I order stuff from them, it comes just fine. I don't have any problems. Other times, like, just the most bizarre things happen. And um, I think, honestly, any company, any big company that I've ordered from has had issues. But there's been times where I went to pick up my order because I thought, oh, that will solve the problem. Instead of, having it delivered, I'll go pick it up. And I'd get there, and they made all these weird substitutions that didn't make any sense. I think my favorite one was I was feeling really sick, and I thought, with all the things going on in the world, I probably shouldn't be going inside of a grocery store right now, right? Like, that just probably wouldn't be responsible. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have I'm gonna order my groceries from them online and go pick them up. So I did that, went and picked it up, and they brought me the groceries and everything, and I was like, okay. And then they were like, did you see the substitutions? And hold on a second. Let me put this in. And I said, no, what substitutions? And they said, well, we were out of, one of the things, and would it be okay to substitute it with this other thing? And the thing they wanted to substitute was like, okay, that would probably work fine. Like, it wasn't ideal, but I could live with it. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. And they're like, okay. So they gave me the substitution. I drove home and realized, yes, they had substituted that item, but okay, so what I wanted, because I was sick, I wanted soup really, really bad. And there's a soup I can make with like cabbage and leeks, and but you need a certain kind of cabbage for it. And anyways, they instead of leeks, they gave me something that had no relation to a leek at all. I forget what it was. It wasn't even anything that looked like leeks. It wasn't like green onions or celery or something that had like a leek shape. I forget what they gave me, but it was just something bizarre and something that could not be put in soup. So I was like, well, that sucks. I was like, that's okay. I can still make the soup without it. It won't taste as good, but whatever. So went to get the cabbage out, and instead of cabbage, they gave me like lettuce or something. And if you don't know, like, for me anyway, some people, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like, first of all, lettuce does not have the same texture or flavor as cabbage. And when you put it in soup, for me anyway, it turns really slimy. And it's just I was so sad. Everything I needed, like all the core ingredients that I had needed to make this soup, they had like grabbed the wrong item. And when you look at the receipt, it tells you which items were substituted and what they gave you. But when I looked at the receipt, it didn't have any of that on there. The person who got my groceries just didn't know what a leek or this cabbage or any of these things were. They were just grabbing random things off the shelf. So, sometimes you get really bad results. And after that, I was like, I wrote them a note saying, hey guys, all the stuff I ordered was wrong, and, blah, blah, blah. So I just said, forget it. If I'm sick, I'll just go grocery shopping myself. Like, this is not working. And, it's, I'm, I was, I was not feeling good that day. I was not. So that was kind of bad. And then one time we ordered something from like a home improvement store. It was a fan. It was getting on like summer, and everybody was hot and miserable. So I was like, I know, I'll get a box fan. So, ordered the box fan, and decided again to have it shipped because I was trying to avoid going in the stores on days I wasn't feeling well or whatever. So um they shipped it, or they said they did, because I had two other things in that order. So it said shipped, but they never actually shipped the fan. They said it was on back order. So I was like, okay. Months went by, I never got the fan. Never got any follow up from them. Have no idea what happened to it. And I've just given up. I'm like, it's okay. If there's something I desperately need, I'll go and pick it up or something, because this isn't worth it. I'm putting too much risk. It's usually the big stores, because I think what happened was, during the last couple of years, they just had so many online orders, and then they weren't able to get the stuff in stock that they needed because they couldn't get the things they needed from the manufacturers. And it was just kind of, everything just kind of got worse the closer it got to the customer. So I don't think it was really their intention to do this, but it did mean that a lot of stuff kind of got, I don't know, like, trying to think of the right way to explain this, but things that normally wouldn't have happened, and a lot of problems, like, they just weren't able to fix them because they just couldn't keep up with the amount of problems that were happening all at once, and just things, a lot of things just got overlooked accidentally. Kind of still sucked, but let me see what you're saying here. Oh, DoorDash, yeah. Oh, yeah, they deliver to their own place. Yeah, DoorDash is another thing. A lot of those third party places, my issue with them, I only ever used them one time, and it was an okay experience, like, nothing terrible. Wait, no, I'm wrong. Okay, so we used them twice, two times. First time, no problems, it was fine. Second time, they brought the whole wrong order. Like, everything was wrong, and I was like, I took a picture of it, because DoorDash had this thing where you take a picture and send it to them, and they'll take care of the problem for you. So they did, but I don't know if the problem was that the delivery guy mixed up our order, like handed us somebody else's order by mistake, or if it's because the place we were ordering from gave him the wrong order. I don't know which one it was. And also, so I mean, I don't think. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't really think, like, it wasn't like any kind of like malicious. It was just an accident. But it was kind of disappointing because, you order something, you pay a lot of money to have it delivered, and then you get the wrong thing, and you're just like, well, I'm stuck with this now. Um, Especially if you order late at night when the restaurants are closing, it's like you can't ask for a new one to be delivered. So that sucked. Um, the other issue I have with them, though, this is the main issue, is that if you go to, like, the internet, and you just type in, such and such restaurant delivery, even if that restaurant has its own delivery, like if it's a pizza place or whatever, and they have their own delivery, instead you'll get these third party companies that have nothing to do with the restaurant that you're ordering from. And so it becomes really difficult to tell, are you ordering from the restaurant or this third party business? And if you are ordering from the third party business, a lot of times they hike up the price to cover the cost of operating their business. But they don't necessarily tell you that. They don't tell you that, oh, the thing you ordered is normally $5, but because we're delivering it, it's $8 plus a delivery charge plus tip plus, whatever. Sometimes they have like a small order fee. So your $8 order from a restaurant ends up costing you like 30 some dollars. But if you had just gone straight to the restaurant and asked for something to be delivered, it would have cost you like, an extra $3 to have it delivered instead of an extra, like, 12 or something. So that's really my issue with them, is that it makes it really hard to get to the official delivery places. Um, but they do serve a purpose, and generally speaking, I've heard good things from them. But when they screw up, it kind of messes up your whole life, because now you're stuck with, okay, do I get in the car and leave now when I wasn't planning to, or what do I do? So, anyways, hi Lydia, welcome. Sorry, I'm just rambling. Yeah, it is really it is really expensive on the fees. It is. Yep. Yeah, definitely. I couldn't believe some of the fees, like, especially when you're sick, and if you're sick enough to where you can't really cook something for yourself, and you just are desperate for food and you just want it delivered. You have to, because it's so easy, especially when the option for delivery is there. And like I said, a meal that's normally $8 or $9, you're expected to pay a couple of dollars to have it delivered, but then when it costs, the delivery and the fees cost more than the food itself, at that point it's just know, I don't know. I look at it, I'm just like, oh man, this is definitely a project for rich people, because I can't justify it. I just can't. So I end up making ramen and just dealing with it. But that's just how it goes, I wish this chat thing would work properly. It's driving me nuts. Let's see if I can get it to. Chat is going bonkers. I don't know. $25 food order was $50 by the time I got it and tipped the driver. Yep, exactly. Exactly. And it's like, and it's not the driver's fault that they charge so much. And it's not like you can't tip the driver. I mean, that's sort of the money that their livelihood. So that's another thing to consider. I always feel bad when I order something and I can't leave a huge tip. So if I can't, then I just don't order because I just feel like I don't want to make somebody drive out to my house to deliver something for like $4. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. And you know, but then there's times again when I'm not feeling well, and it's like, well, if I could just order something that would super help. But oh well, it's okay. But yeah, I know that some of the stores now offer like Walmart and stuff. They offer ship like they'll deliver your groceries to you without using the third party delivery places, and that might be a little bit cheaper. I don't know. But that's the only thing I can think of. Um, but then you have to deal with them not knowing the difference between, a cabbage and a head of lettuce, and it wasn't even normal cabbage. I think it was like a Napa cabbage or something. Like it doesn't even have the same shape. It doesn't look anything like lettuce. But I mean, to somebody who doesn't know, or the other thing too with the I don't know if you've ever seen the Walmart shoppers, the employees that go around and like the pickers, they pick things off the shelves to deliver. A lot of times, they're literally walking through the store and getting the items off the shelves. So something is mislabeled, like what happens at Walmart all the time, because customers, frankly, they go and they put something back, they put it in the wrong place or whatever, or the tags get moved around or the tags fall off. It might have said cabbage next to the lettuce, and then they just grabbed it because somebody moved something, or wasn't in the place where it was supposed to be. And they have their time, so they have to work quick. And they may have known the difference, but just what was there, it was labeled wrong or something, and they just grabbed the wrong thing. I don't know. I don't want to super blame them for something that they probably didn't even do on purpose. But it's frustrating because, what am I supposed to do? I can't go back in and shop, and I've already spent the money, so it's not like I can just. I don't know. It was a really bad. that was a rough day, but that was a long time ago. So, but it just taught me that, like, if it's something important, like if I don't care if it's just some general shopping or whatever, it doesn't matter. But if there's something specific I want, and if I really need that specific thing, it's just better to get it myself and not risk having a mistake made. Because if the mistake is really going to devastate me that much, then I shouldn't be putting that responsibility on somebody else. Because I'd rather not be upset and angry over something like a cabbage. Um, it just seems really like petty and silly. So, but that's why I've just started doing most of that stuff myself, because I don't want to make everybody, I don't want to think poorly of everybody else just because of something I don't even know what happened. I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody switched grocery bags on us and I got somebody else's groceries by accident. Who knows? But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these soaps in the oven so that they can set up, and then tomorrow we'll cut them. Um, Not tomorrow. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Thursday. Thursday we will cut them. Also, oh, for the next live, the soap we'll be making. Let's see. Let's make it a surprise. There were a couple of requests for a couple different things. Some of the stuff I have to order the parts, the tools for. Um, I was also waiting because Etsy, they went to deposit. What Etsy does now, just so you know, when you make sales, they hold your funds until like a week or a month or however long, and then they deposit into your account. Well, they didn't deposit it because there was some glitch or something that said that they didn't have my correct banking info, even though it was fine until just then. So the money I was supposed to get to do the orders, to order the tools and stuff, I didn't have until until today when they finally deposited it. So it set me back a few days, like, well, it set me back about a week. So a lot of the tools and stuff I was supposed to order that should have already been here, I haven't even had a chance to order yet. So I apologize for that. So we'll just make next live a surprise. It'll depend on which tools, either which tools arrive in time or which ones I already have. And I'll also go through and look at some of the suggestions you guys left in the comments from last time, and see which ones would be doable if I have the tools for them. So that is the plan. And then, as always, definitely leave any comments about, either in the comments or in the live chat, any soaps you'd like to see me make, because honestly, it's the reason I do all these soaps is just I like making your guys' suggestions because they're super unique and fun, and I don't know, it sparks my creativity. So I really like seeing what ideas you come up with. So I'd like to hear from you, any thoughts or suggestions you might have. And I'm just going to fold this up into the paper. These are the extra flowers because I can use them on another project. All right. And then I've got one from the last time. I think this is the rocks from the boat. And I'll stick them in here with those. And then the next time we have, like, maybe we could use the flowers and the little rocks to make like a little rock garden wall or something. That'd be cute. I think some garden soaps would be really, really cute. So there's those. I'll put these away. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put everything away and get this cleaned up and get out of here. And then I will see you all Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out and everything. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good week. Have a good night.